So we are continuing our series and talking about Red Wings guys who are doing well. Yeah, very simple way to dive into an entire topic now, isn't it? But the other day, we did speak about the Red Wings and their folks at the Four Nations face-off. Dylan Larkin, D-Boss, and Lucas Raymond both had themselves incredible games the past few days here, and it's been good. They are cooking some pretty good hockey stew, and yeah, they played yesterday. Raymond ended up with the dub. 2-1 victory for Team Sweden over Team USA. We're not going to talk too much about that, considering the fact that Team USA didn't really need to do anything here, and they just already had themselves a bye into the finals with their earlier wins. No Austin Matthews, a whole bunch of other names not there, and Matthew Tkachuk, etc. But still, Lucas Raymond getting the dub over Dylan Larkin was interesting to see. Jesper Bratt getting the dub over Jack Hughes was interesting, especially at the end of the game when Bratt stole the puck away from Jack Hughes and he was able to get around him. Jack Hughes dived out to try to swat the puck away. That's some New Jersey hockey right there, baby. But shifting gears and talking about Swedish guys on the Wings that aren't at the Four Nations tournament, I wanted to turn your attention over to an article published by Bob Duff on Detroit Hockey Now from 6 days ago, February 12th, 2025. As always, this show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Go out there, check out the first link in the description to save some money on your VPN, get some free months, and support this YouTube channel in the process. Detroit Hockey Now, the piece is going to be linked in the description too. Elmer Soderblom has been coming up big for the Detroit Red Wings. The big Swede is hard to miss on the ice. The article is a pretty, how do I describe this? It's a pretty vanilla conversation. It just talks about how Soderblom has been good, and how if he keeps up his current level of play, once a team is returning from the Four Nations face-off break, there is no way that he will be seeing any more playing time in the AHL. I think it speaks to the organizational depth right now to have those kids come up and find a way to contribute, Red Wings coach Todd McLellan said. Assistant coach Trent Yanni and I don't have any past experience. Everything's brand new for us. We just play them and see what we can get out of them. They've responded. They've made good on their end of the bargain when they come up and play hard and they keep themselves in the lineup. Now, here is where we dive into the steal aspect of the Elmer Soderblom conversation, because in his case, he's been producing quite a bit this season. He is, at the time of recording this audio, 6'8", 247 pounds, a left-handed winger, 23 years old, drafted by the Wings in the 6th round in the 2019 draft. He is none other than a giant, and he's always been a giant. We made the entire Jack and the Beanstalk conversation with Elmer Soderblom back when he was just a measly old prospect. But this season with Detroit, he's scored himself 5 points in 9 games, including a 5-game point streak, which started out at the end of January. His AHL point production has been decent, 17 points in 38 games played. It's not the best. It's like just under half a point a game. But in the NHL, the fact that he can still contribute those same numbers is pretty remarkable, all things considered. He is young enough that you can go out there and still believe in his long-term projectability, but right now, he's playing like a full-time NHL guy. The only difference is he is 6'8", and he also is a 6th-round pick. Diving into the article here, McLellan goes out there and says that Elmer looks like he belongs more and more every night. The size, the reach, but then the silkiness of his hands, the ability to make some plays. I have a lot of confidence in putting him on the ice right now. I'm not afraid or trying to hide him or anything like that. It's also interesting because McLellan is using Soderblom alongside of Michael Rasmussen, the 6'6" monster from Vancouver, so lots of size going on that line there. Soderblom says this about the entire situation, that, of course, it's always fun to produce, but I'm just trying to play my game and contribute to the team as much as I can with my size and my gameplay. So yeah, it feels good playing with Michael Rasmussen. When they're on the ice, the Red Wings become something they've rarely been in recent years. Hard to play against. Yeah, 2 big guys, Soderblom said, so we can. I think we can be really tough to play against. In Christian Fischer being heavy and both of us having long reach and long sticks, we can get a lot of pucks and knock them off of their sticks. So it feels like when we're playing our best game, I think we're tough to play against. And never mind the fact that a line of Lucas Raymond and Dylan Larkin and Marco Kasper has been producing, and you're seeing a lot of pace out of those top guys. Kasper, top guy? We can say for now he is a top guy. With that line being as effective as they are in point production and the pace of play and the precision and the passing and the shooting skill out of DeBrincat and Kane, when you see that big dude line of Rasmussen, Soderblom, and Fischer roughing up opposition, it really gets you excited as to what this Wings team is fully capable of when they're all playing their best. The article then at the bottom here talks about how McLellan has tried the high-end skill of Patrick Kane alongside of Rasmussen and Soderblom to offer the unit another type of punch. The coach likes the sponge-like qualities he has seen in Soderblom since his arrival in Detroit. He's one of many that just comes in and wants to learn, McLellan said. He's asking questions, he wants to get better, and he works hard. Now, when it comes to the entire Steele conversation, because that also is one of the, let's just say, clickbaity taglines that we're putting in this video title to make it more appealing, the guy is literally a 6th-round pick in the 2019 draft. The fact that he is a big giant is already unique enough, and the fact that he's a giant who made the NHL with NHL projectable skills, that's already notable. But the fact that he also was a 6th-round pick is outstanding. The fact that he is an NHL caliber guy is ridiculous. I'd say there are only 2 other guys who have had meaningful NHL time who have been drafted out of this 6th round in the entry draft. Artur Shilovs of the Vancouver Canucks, who was taken just 3 picks above Soderblom, and then the New York Rangers' Adam Edstrom, who was taken just 2 picks after. There were a few other guys that were taken that had NHL time, like Nikita Nesterenko and Santeri Hataka, but those guys aren't really too significant, I'd say. It really is just Elmer Soderblom and some of the other guys above him who have been interesting enough players. There are only so few guys taken in the middle rounds of this 2019 draft who are actually meaningful contributors. Mark Kastelik, Dmitry Voronkov, you also have Jordan Spence and Matthias Maccelli, but none of these guys were 6th-round guys. Soderblom was. The odds that you have a 6th-round pick making the show are already pretty slim. But the odds that a guy who is that big is able to make the show as a 6th-round guy who is able to really defy the expectations on his draft status and his obstacles in his development, that right there makes him one of the biggest steals the Red Wings have pulled off ever and one of the biggest steals of Steve Yzerman's career. Like, we talk about that 2019 draft in pretty high regard when you consider the fact that Moritz Seider was taken 6th overall and nobody really thought that he'd go there, and then he was eventually seen as a really big player for the team who was taken in that spot. But Soderblom at the bottom there, yeah, another big guy from Europe. Not bad, Stevie Y, not bad. So I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Elmer Soderblom and the way he has played so far, how he has produced at an NHL-capable clip, and how he's played some meaningful NHL hockey in this sample with the Red Wings. The article is going to be linked in the description, so go out there and give Detroit Hockey Now their ad views. Let me know in the comments what do you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.